Dathora spawning in the upper left-hand corner of, well, Dathora, like I said, in the green representing K10 Gaming. Give it up for our German Protoss player. It is ForJumy, Mr. ForJumicus Maximus. And his opponent in the bottom right doing an extractor trick. He's equally cheeky in the red. Give it up for young Yakov, going for a 15 hatch, which has been more of a thing lately. Again, we have an extractor trick 15 hatch from our Zerg player. ForJumy just played a little more standard this one, going for a gate scout. Good luck. ForJumy usually a bit of a showman. I'm wondering if he gives us memes. I wonder if this is when his hand was injured. Like I said, he broke his hand or wrist. I do not know for sure. Okay, it is going to be a pool before. So this is kind of like the eggs build, as they call it. Eggs has been doing this, but young Yakov always has some cheeky plays. These two always can put on a good show. Whether they're against anyone, but these two together, I'm looking forward to this match. This does look to be a good one. Good series. Winner goes on to fight champ. So we're either going to see a PVZ again, or we're going to see a ZVZ. So you wanted Zerg, Satan Savior. Now you know. We have potential for a ZVZ finals. Well, not finals. It's a mid-season playoff. What up, Flood Advisor? Welcome, welcome. No, I don't mind taking breaks. It was funny, though. I'm like, we had over 100 people in this business. Because I was actually doing my job as a caster. But as we get later in the night, Dave starts being full DJ. Even ordered stuff. Oh, wait. No. I didn't place orders. Son of a bitch. Now I placed my order, and all that time, I have time wasted. Feels bad, man. As it's late. Alright. Then Yakov going for his third hatch, even though he got a pool right after in his cheeky opener. It's going to allow him for some quicker queen production still, so he's the queens out for Stargate. ForJumy going with the adepts across the map. First depth, rather. Second on the way. Stargate's going to finish up here in a bit. It's a little earlier third base than normal. And the probe does manage to retreat because there were no lings yet. That said, the 4 lings are in production, and young Yakov's going to be freed from his supply block that was holding him down in captivity. Adepts out. He's going to be chased by the queen, but it's off creep, and there's only two Zerglings right here. Queen manages to waddle her way back. Brand is looking fit. Somehow managed to make her slow, slimy way back onto the creep. Just in time. That said, there's a queen over here, but it's out of position. The 4 lings aren't up to scare the adept away. ForJumy just keeping some pressure. Keeping his attention away. And he's going into a Void Ray, folks. It's Void Ray into a Warp Gate opener. It is not an Oracle where we're going. It is Void Raysville. Not Vaudeville. Void Raysville. Alright, that being said, the Void Ray is gonna go out on the map and look for some Overlords. There's only one right here. It's enough time for young Yakov to potentially retreat. He is catching onto it. Oh no, that's a patrol pathing Overlord. ForJumy does have a chance to get maybe one more. Oh, now young Yakov's gonna escape. ForJumy's just gonna look around here, but it's only gonna get the one Overlord for now. What's the follow-up? Just an Oracle follow-up. ForJumy is getting his third base down. Still had a good time. He just wants to clear Overlords. Maybe force some attention of the Zerg player. Certainly to indicate that he is. He's just flapping it right out there, guys. He's just shoving that Void Ray right out there, flopping it out. Saying, I am opening Stargate, sir. It's more of a hard flex than anything. Oracle is going to go out to try to find some collateral damage on the other side. But there are coins and spores all over the place for young Yakov. Only one in the main, but he does have the spore as well. But it is only the first Oracle. And ForJumy's going to have to be careful here. He's going to start eating some spine damage from the queens. Does take a little bit of holds, gets a nice rev tag. Sees that the layer is coming. Has somewhat of an idea of what's going on. I guess. Young Yakov taking more gases, though. This is a pretty quick maneuver into 2 more gases. So he is on 5 gas. This little counterattack isn't going to do much against 3 adepts, a zealot, and a shield batter. There's even an adept in the wall. Yeah. Yeah, he's not even going to be able to get a ling, or a probe rather. The ling is, the lings don't get much done. Still 3 adept pressure from ForJumy's over here. He did manage to get a stasis ward. Only got 3 drones, but you know what? 3 drones better than no drones. It's not a kill, but it's a bit it's a significant amount of lost mining time, so it's about the time it would take for a couple drones to come back in place if they were killed, but just no money technically lost as far as what is being mined. But there's a lot of queens here. The 4 adepts are going to be able to get a few workers, but with all these queens, they're in a bit of trouble. It's Ling Hydra with muscular augments in the way and a Baneling nest for our Zerg player. ForJumy going into +1 Blink Stalkers behind us. Oh, he is going for a Robo Bay. I like this out of Jumicus Maximus. And he even has a nice little wall. All right. Yeah, that's actually a pretty tight wall there. Well done by ForJumy in that decision making. He's going for Big Daddy Immortal. Immortal could be kind of helpful, but honestly, he should just cancel that mofo because he could get a Colossus out quick. That's 275, 100. He's going to need 300, 200 for the Colossus. So I think that would have been a smarter play for ForJumy. All right, Centrifugal Hooks is about to finish too. Muscular Augments just popped, and well, young Yakov is not wasting any time. He's going into Groove Spines. He has no upgrades, though. ForJumy going to have his +1 pretty soon. An extended Thermal Lance is out with a Colossus and another robotics facility. ForJumy stopped building probes for a while, though. I don't know how much I like that too much. I like that he's getting his tech out, etc. But at the end of the day, he's going to want a 4th base at some time. You know, I think he's feeling like he can't defend, which is kind of true. He doesn't have charge even yet. Stalkers aren't the greatest against Ling Hydra.
Hey, who wants to have some fun?
Renegade, thank you for the raid. I hope you had a good stream. I'm guessing you were casting. Good to see you, Renegade. Thank you for the raid. Guys, make sure you give Renegade a follow. Renegade, do be a caster, homie, as well. I hope you had a fantastic stream. Thank you, thank you. What up, Renegade Raiders? All right. How you doing, Samo Sidekick? All right, we got, well, a lot of Ling Bane Hydra coming. No upgrades again. Melee +1, just approaching halfway to done. ForJumy looks like he's in a pretty decent spot. Extended Thermal Lance came in, and he has +1 ground weapons. Couple shield batteries, and this wall is going to be pretty nice, but can he actually hold? It's a lot of Zerg. It's 92 to 74 army supply and a lot of Banes. This is a lot of Banelings. 33, considering the time with 9 more coming behind this somewhere. Can the Stalkers blink down? He's going to need to get some things in. Oh, ForJumy's pull out of position. He had what would have been a perfect defense. He's going to lose 10 workers, and again, he wasn't building workers for a while. This is what I'm talking about. Can't afford to lose them, but the laser giraffes doing a great job behind this. This is crazy. Oh, man. Well, still, at the end of the day, young Yakov's not really on a high worker count himself. He did manage to get a 4th base up. ForJumy took a lot of shield damage. And he's starting to pick off these Hydralisks. The +1 melee coming, more Banes behind it. The Ling Bane's going to be alright, but not against Colossus. Another Colossus did pop. It looked like, yes, it did. That's a 4th Colossi. So that's Blink Stalker Colossi with +2 in a timing. ForJumy's building more probes. He's going to stay on the 3 bases for now. The Void Ray stayed over here for scouting with just 4 HP. That's hilarious. The Hydras must have chiseled it in it. It looks like it's going to be a massive Ling run by from young Yakov. Not going to be able to do as much. Void Ray is going to scout this, though. ForJumy just went in a patrol path hilariously. The Colossi and the Stalkers are going to clean up a lot of this. Wow, that was actually a sick catch from ForJumy. Going with a Warp Prism out. He wants to get a charge lot warp in somewhere, and that actually could be devastating for young Yakov, who is on 77 drones, though, now. Now it's a bit of a game changer. We have a Lurker Den Infestation Pit and +1 coming. Not at bad times, but at the end of the day, ForJumy's taking a big upgrade lead, going into +3 ground weapons. That said, ForJumy might need to get a read on this. As the game goes on, and he's not really been able to get pressure on the other side of the map as much as he'd like. He's got to anticipate this stuff. I really wouldn't hate him. Okay, now he's starting disruptor production. He's got double robo. He's got disruptor production. I like this. Going for another warp prism though. I don't know. Yeah, you can out multitask the Zerg. It could be good. Constant harass would be all right. He's got some decent powerhouse units. Does he have? Oh, where is it? He has 2 observers. Okay, I like that. But he's got to get some work done because young Yakov is taking a 5th. ForJumy just is going to have his 4th base coming down. And he was hoping for the best. Ooh, 6 base going down for young Yakov now. So, cheekier opener. Very aggressive play from young Yakov. ForJumy with some pretty good defense. Young Yakov got some good trades. But ultimately, I think that the defense from ForJumy was just a little better. But the lack of upgrades, I think, was a big component in that. His army just got eviscerated by laser giraffes. Now that lurkers are out and the hive's on the way, I think this could be rough for ForJumy as the game goes on. If he can catch this before the lurker upgrades, it could be pretty good for him, though. He's got an oracle, he's got disruptors, he's got laser giraffes, he's got blink stalkers. There's a lot of links here. The stasis ward's almost up. Oh, that could be enough even to be really helpful here and block the push. All right, that said, this push is covered, and oh, what a catch. Disruptor is going to be able to catch a couple banelings. The shield battery is going to help. There's one in the back. He is going to zone this back. A Zerg player going out. ForJumy going in for a kill. He wants to get something done in the main base. The hive is in the natural, however, so that could be up for grabs. If he gets a big warp in, ForJumy's got getting close to a maxed army supply, but I'd like to see a huge warp in. If he somehow dives into the natural, this could be massive for ForJumy, catching a lurker, then upgrading seismic spines. Arguably one of the better upgrades for Zerg in said matchup, in said situation. But now ForJumy is trying to transition into 3 Stargate fleet beacon. He's getting 2 more down. So that's triple Stargate. Yeah, oh my god, he's getting sick trades. Got 11 drones. Even if he loses the War Prism, he has another. And there is a Spire coming down from young Yakov. Young Yakov is no slouch. Pretty crazy stuff, guys. And we'll see what happens here. Alright, adrenal glands being researched as well for young Yakov. But you know what? He's actually losing on the army supply. ForJumy just done 66 workers. He's maxing in more units. He had a bank. He still has a bank. 2 lurkers. How are they going to siege? The Void Ray going to clean one of them up. That's actually pretty good for ForJumy's base. Looks like it's in trouble. The Oracle's coming in. Oh! Not like this. The Zealots are warping it into a lurker. Seismic Spines finished. Adaptive Talents coming up. ForJumy's getting so much work done. Killing hatches left and right and center. He's everywhere, but young Yakov trying to put pressure on. ForJumy, cancel your Nexus. Alright, the Lings are still putting pressure. Killing some production. That's a kill, not a cancel, but still, I think there's just too much ForJumy. Oh, the Disruptor's coming in very hot for ForJumy. One just falls short. That being said, the Observer's safe for the moment. There's no Overseer. There's not much of young Yakov left. And I think we're seeing the beginning of the end of our Zerg player. ForJumy coming in hot, and he's going to take game number 1 pretty decisively. It was looking rough for him for a while. Honestly, he had some sick defense, but young Yakov caught him off guard a little bit. The fact that he was on 3 bases for as long as he was, if it wasn't his cheeky of an opener from young Yakov, he was at like 50-something drones. That's it. And he was pushing out with Ling Bane Hydra. It's a big commitment. It's going to set you back as a Zerg player. If you can't get the damage done. So, in a weird way, it kind of works out. All right, guys, bear with me before we go into game number 2. I got to get it set up here. True caveman upgrades, good unit. Yeah, exactly. That 4 HP Void Ray. It actually did serve a purpose. It scouted that Ling. It served its purpose earlier, but it scouted that Ling run by there and was able to get ForJumy to immediately react. Yeah, true. It forced 3 spores and extra early queens. Good call, actual. That is absolutely true. And guys, do me a favor. I haven't been shouting people out earlier, too. I might go back through because there's been a lot of you here. Give Renegade a follow. I mean, usually mods are pretty good on it and stuff, too. But we had Florencio. We had Renegade. We had Sensation. We had Rotterdam after a Formula 1 raid. That's right, Mr. Green, where Vroom and Roddy came in. He brought his fucking F1 cars with him. We have Mr. Green also Vrooming. And guys, if you're new here, please smash that follow button. And consider subscribing to my YouTube if you like my casting. I know at this time I smoke. I start to get congested. One of the things, imagine if I quit smoking. Or even if I didn't smoke and cast, or took it outside, I get congested. I think it would probably be improving. I think we've done a good job today up until the end here, but we're still going through it. We got some more good games. Again, winner goes on to fight Cham. Loser is eliminated from the midseason playoffs as we go into the event. Oof. I just need a few minutes. How you doing, Ramasticus? Oof. Yeah, bear with me, guys. It's okay. We've been killing it today. Good and tired. Yeah, me too. I decided to cave on some of the things. But yeah, we've been doing pretty good. Oof. All right, going on to game number 2. What do we got in game 2? We are winning. By we mean somebody's winning. In this case, ForJumy was winning game number 1. See what happens in game number 2. This time we're on a more current map. It is Neo-Humanity. In the bottom right corner, in the green Protoss probes representing K10 Gaming. Give it up for our German Protoss. It is ForJumy. And his opponent in the upper left. He's red, representing CSO Esports. Give it up for young Yakov. And I'm curious to see what he does this game. Looks like he's going for a hatch, ForJumy. Not afraid to cannon rush, by the way, guys, too. He's a man of many cheeses, but so is young Yakov. This time he's... wait, he's going for a 14 hatch. I didn't even notice that. It's a 14 hatch from young Yakov. No extractor trick, no 15 hatch. Straight up 14 hatch. ForJumy. Just had to double check just in case. It is going to be a gateway. At least a standard opener for now. Alright, so more or less a similar build from young Yakov. It hits a little differently. The Protoss are winning. Cannot complain, Ramasticus. You know, B on 1. At the other hand, Cyan actually had a chance to take some games off Beyond. He did kind of throw. I'm not being rude to the guy. It's unfortunate. But he played pretty goddamn well against Beyond. Very unlucky. I think some of it was, you know, there's a bit of a difference in MMR, well, not just MMR skill level and, you know, experience altogether. Beyond is an OG. Cyan's been around for a while, but, you know, welcome Darkblood, by the way. Alrighty. Well, let's see what we got here. We got ourselves no gas from Zerg. He's getting the queens. He's getting 8 lings. He's looking pretty cheeky. Is he going to go for a 3rd hatch and take the rich gas geyser, I'm wondering? I don't know. I doubt it. But he's hammering out some slow Zerglings and brute force. ForJumy is going to get his Zealot out, however. So it's like a hold or die scenario, I feel like. Gas just now going down for young Yakov. But that is going to delay his 3rd hatch for sure. Hell, is it though? He's getting a couple more drones out. He is saving some money. May not be too much. This is a lot of lings. He's going to try to get some damage done. The Adept coming out. Yeah, he's trying to force the Zealot out and try to get in and get a surround. If you got a surround and get in the Zealot, it'd be nice. The Adept's going to finish here. And that do be a problem. If he can debate some Miss Micro from ForJumy, he can get God's work done. But that said, I don't think that's going to be the case. Oh, look at this. The games. The micro battle. Getting the Adept is huge, though. The Zealot still survives, but 5 lings come in. Will they make it in time before the Adept comes up? ForJumy headed up for a Chrono boost. Well, if these Adepts weren't injured, 4 lings can kill an Adept. Oh, young Yakov. Getting some good kills with these, but not... It's not like game ending. You can literally like basically win the game to a point where you kill the first adept if there wasn't a zealot. With 4 lings, it's usually on a 12 pool. And this situation is a little different. You basically can force the GG out of the Protoss. In this case, with a 15 hatch, the later timing, not so much, but the zealot opener was a little cheeky from ForJumy. There's queens out. Young Yakov's just fine, other than the fact that he's a really late 3rd hatch. You got some good trades, though, kind of. You got, not really, actually. No, 7 lings for a adept. Not too good, but it did kind of... It taxed ForJumy's multitasking, to say the least. Didn't force lost mining time, even. But still, it's something. Alright, the adepts coming in. Are going to shade... Nope, they're forcing a little break in the shade. The Oracle's going to force the Queen's attention away. Young Yakov just getting metabolic boost in a bit. ForJumy going into a Void Ray behind us. There are Overlords all over the place. The Adept Shade's continuing to keep the pressure on, forcing more lings out. Oracle just getting a creep to him, or that's it. He's not going to risk getting that passive one. That would just be a madman mistake right there. Be too greedy for the Protoss. That said, Void Ray popped. We are going into double Stargate production for ForJumy. Yeah, I don't know why. He's a crazy guy. Both these guys are a little bit crazy guys. That's why I like them. Where the fuck did the Adept go? Oh, I just shaded back. Never mind. Void Ray Kiss Maximus from ForJumy Kiss Maximus is where? Where's the Void Ray? He could be scouting out for... Yeah, he had time to get the Overlords. These Overlords have retreated. ForJumy is poking around everywhere but around the map, but it's not going to waste Prismatic. That being said... We have a Nidus coming from Young Yakov. And it's going to be Speedlings galore. From our Protoss player. Or from our Protoss player. From our Zerg player. Did you guys hear me? When Protoss makes Speedlings, you know something's crazy. This is a lot of Queens. I think it's going to be Queenling Nidus. Don't just think that's the case. It is the case. Transfuses are going to be forced. Actually, that's going to be helpful. But he needs to pull the Void Ray back. He has the tools, but they're not going to be in position. Still, Young Yakov can't really just get in here right away. The Oracle... Oh, no, it's another Void Ray. It's double Stargate. And he's going Robo. Nidus is coming right here. The Queen Walk's coming. Is this Void Ray going to make it back? Does he have Prismatic available? He does not right there. The Adepts are out. The Lings are here. The Robo's not done. Oh, man, he really needs to try to kill this Nidus. He's going to force a lot of transfuses. 3 Void Rays cannot jump on top of this. It was a matter of time. The clock's a-ticking. Is Young Yakov going to take it or ForJumy? ForJumy's in an alright spot, I guess. He needs a shield battery down here. He doesn't have anything in the wall. It's a disaster. Young Yakov, you can run into the main. No, he's just going to kill a Cyber Core. He can run into all this. He's going to kill it all. I think Young Yakov may just take it. Oh my good lord. This is the... This is looking spicy. And all the probes are falling. Queens are diving. Nidus goes, this ForJumy hold. He's lost 19 workers. But still Young Yakov. Yeah, Young Yakov's leading. He's building more Queens. I don't know. I think ForJumy's just going to bleed out here, guys. GG, Young Yakov. Taking game number 2 pretty strong. Zergimba, Protoss OP. Zergimba, Protoss OP. Zergimba, Protoss OP. Okay, Zergimba. Zergimba. It's reading what's in chat, guys. If you hear this in the YouTube VOD. I might just post the whole thing up, but I'm trying to split up my YouTube videos in series. Sadly, I don't do anything crazy as of yet with this stuff. For tournaments, I think it's better just to export them. If I'm drunk, I need to do a recast. If I'm like really, you know, if we're in full-blown Kirktown Dave, you know, the Kirktown degen, tearing it, but Dark Blood going against the meta. Using what I would say in that case if I was ForJumy. And a Terran Imba is shot. Alright, guys. Also, hi, Buckstar shot way before. I forgot to say hello to you. Sorry about that. Are we're going into game number 3. You know what my sensei Davis said? Dave Testis says. Aha, that one. Hello, hello. I gotta keep an eye on my order too. I 100% am gonna need a break between this. I wish I... Oops. Before I go in, let me just see. I may have to get my order mid-series. My order's out for delivery. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Yeah, okay, we may have just enough time for this. And then I need a few minutes to get my stuff together. Anyway, here we are on game number 3. It's a best of 5 spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Dragon Scales in the green, representing K10 Gaming. It is ForJumy, or Jumicus Maximus. And his opponent in the upper left, representing CSO Esports in the red. Give it up for young Yakov. Well, and hi Tater, Tutor, and Gene Sim. Holy Squid. How you doing, Holy Squid? Holy Squid, Batman. ForJumy is going for a Gate Scout. This time it's a little cheekier from our Zerg player. Much love to you too. Is this Squid's alt account maybe, I'm wondering? Much love to you too, bud. Alright, let's see. I don't, Anyway, this is going to be a very aggressive play from young Yakov. Not just you, Squidarino. ForJumy is going to get a read on this. That is a delayed hatchery. Let's see what old Jumicus does. He lost to Anitis in game number 2. See what happens. You say that your holy hits, brother. Awesome. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Welcome, welcome. That would make sense, my boy Keanu. Love me some holy hit. Holy hit do be a gamer. One of the nicest guys going. Nah, Keanu Holy Hit, the streamer. Grandmaster German Protoss. Alright, interesting wall from ForJumy, but I get why he's doing it. He's trying to optimize every bit of money for this. He's scouting it. We got Metabolic from our Zerg player. Actually, this looks like the lamp. If he stayed on gas, it would be. This looks like a Speedling. Yeah, a Speedling bit of cheese here. But I'm thinking. For now. And that said, a pylon wall is certainly going to suck. For ForJumicus. He may regret this. I think he did. Maybe he mistook this? I don't know. Alright, he's still going to continue on, walling off. Our Zerg player is just going to... He's off gas. He's not droning. He's building lings. He's got his queen out. Probe goes down. Drone's going over here. Oh my god, is it going to be a drone pull? Oh, drone pull? No? Yes? Yeah, it's a drone pull. Speedling drone pull. ForJumy. Better hope he's in position. Wait, he just chronoed that? Oh my god, he knows this is aggressive. You madman. Oh, you can't send your drones through. Naughty, naughty, says ForJumy. Zealot is going to be trapped inside, but you know what? He's got a... Now that pylon wall's not going to matter as much. The adept is out, though. It's going to be surrounded. Still, he has one behind it to chisel away at the lings. The drones are forced to go back home, and this did not go as well for young Yakov as intended. Still, he is going to get some pressure done. The pylon is powering a lot here. ForJumy not getting a shield battery. He's going to continue the wall off. I don't know, I built another gate right there. Oh, no. Okay, the one pylon is going to continue to do this. He's a shield battery to help hold things down. The Oracle coming out is going to be huge. Shield battery going to try to keep that cybernetics core alive. ForJumy could cancel the gate if need be, but that's going to leave too much of a gap. Battery overcharge almost available. He's going to need it in a second. How much energy is on this? 50 energy. ForJumy gets the Oracle out, though. Ends up saving it. So he's walled in for the moment. He's going to have warp gate. Another cybernetics core being made. He's going to cancel that and that other gate. Another pylon coming in is going to be pretty nice for him. The Oracle's going across the map. Oh, no. Oh, wait, battery overcharge. ForJumy, battery overcharge. Okay, he's going to do it now. That is balls of steel. This is why I like ForJumy, but I don't like that play. It's a little daring. There is one queen here. The Oracle's out of energy. Doesn't really get much damage. And I don't know. It's looking kind of grim for ForJumy. Oh, no. The lings. Well, the adepts may be able to save this just in time. There's a little bit of shield battery energy left. If he can just chisel away at these lings, and he will do so, they'll be just fine. Another Oracle coming out. Oracle coming on the sidelines, but there's more queens popping. Spore on the way. This Oracle doesn't have much energy. I don't know how much I'm liking this now. ForJumy going into a robo behind this. I think he should have just pumped out some more units myself, but anyway. I'm surprised he didn't go for a Void Ray. I almost rather would have had a Void Ray right there. Stalker's going to chisel at this Overlord, and we'll see what happens. It's on hold position, so that Overlord isn't going anywhere for the moment. He's trying to debate some stuff with the Stalker. That's a lot of lings, though. The Adepts are not going to see them. The lings have changed their pathing, and it's not the Great Wall. That is definitely not the Great Wall of China, to say the least, right here. Still, the Adepts making their way across the map. That's 4 of them. The lings know something's amiss. The 2 Oracles coming in as well. Oh no, the Adepts get surrounded by just 4 lings. That means the lings are going to be able to come in and reinforce. However, the 2 Oracles might be able to save them just in time and allow them to shade in elsewhere. They've taken a bit of a beating. Oh no, ForJumy. All right, gets the Adepts in. Oracles should be activated to help the fight, and they are going to. Oh, that could have been devastating damage. Little bits of miss micro from ForJumy, but still, he was just cheesed hard. He held well. Got himself in a little bit of a predicament nonetheless, and a War Prism is coming down. That set of Templar Archives is going in. There is no tech. It's going to be Archon drops from ForJumy as a follow-up. Pretty wild stuff. All right, this is a Queen Walk with lings coming from young Yakov. We would have it no other way. ForJumy's not going to have a 3rd base, though. Young Yakov is the 3rd hatch, but it's going to be a Ling Bane bust. The Cyber Core's taking a beating. I don't think ForJumy's going to be in a great spot for this. He's just now making Archons. He doesn't see what's coming. Oh, no, the Archons are going to need to be in there. Can he get some information? Oracle's not seeing this. The Zealots are going to find out. ForJumy needs to warp in some sentries or something. The Archons would be enough there, but he's not going to be able to get him in time. Baneling's going to breach the wall. A lot of the structure's depowered. He's not going to be able to get the Archons in time. ForJumy trying to get a pylon done. Archons are going to be dropped, trying to get some good damage. He knows he has to take care of the Banes, even though he needs these Archons. He needs to clean up the Ling Bane. Saves the workers, but again, loses a lot of production right here. He has 2 gates. That's it. That's powered. He's going to try to take a 3rd. What a madman. He's taking a 3rd base behind this. Absolutely crazy play from ForJumy for what he's trying to accomplish here. The Cybernetics Core's in jeopardy, but this is pretty committed from young Yakov. He's going full send. Now he's droning behind us, so never mind. It's not so full send. That said, this base is exploding. Lings are coming in all the way across the map. A drone cycle behind it. A roach warren behind it. ForJumy does have a robotics facility, so he can go into Immortals right now. Oh, ForJumy? Okay, there you go. Kills the Overlord finally. Pretty wild stuff. Anyway, more. Oh, the Banelings come back in. Where did that come from? ForJumy's trying to split. These are a lot of damage probes, so they are going to possibly fall. He's got to be careful here. He's trying to maximize the damage of this. Well, 5 workers fall. Still ForJumy in a pretty good spot. He's got 3 Nexus. Our Zerg player has droned up to get unequal workers just now. The Roach Warren's going to be the scarier part. Charge coming, Immortals, Archons. I do like that out of ForJumy. He may need to be cognizant on Cybercore. Still, ForJumy's army's pretty good. All things said and done. Getting an Immortal out's pretty good. I wouldn't hate him going into a Robo Bay as soon as he can. I know everybody would be like, Charge Lot, Archon, Immortal Archon, Charge Lot. He has the Forge, but wasn't able to get anything from all this holding. He had to spend every resource to hold on and manage to get the 3rd base up, which is nice. He's just going into +1. And getting a couple of Archons. Actually, more Archons? That's okay. Yeah, Roaches can be pretty good, but at this point, the Archons are going to be pretty nice against the Roaches. We don't have an Observer. Still, ForJumy's pushing in. Young Yakov going to be more aggressive. He's going to need to bring this army back. And honestly, ForJumy is going to use another rev tag. Okay, he has enough for stasis. He's going to say he's definitely going to want to stasis in this fight. Hopefully catching Roaches. That would mean he can get a lot of pressure on the 3rd, if nothing else. And only a Queen gets taken. Actually, the Queen going down's not too bad. He's got Oracles. He's got a War Prism. And here's my order. Guys, bear with me. I'm going to leave it here for a minute. That's the best I can do. Hello. All right, there we go. And most awkwardly timing thing, you know. ForJumy took it. I didn't get to see the ending, but it looked like he was in for the kill. Great defense against the cheese. And sorry for the awkward hold. So it's a 2-1 for ForJumy. A 2-1 for ForJumicus. That doesn't mean we're over. Winner again goes on to fight Cham. The deadly, the devastating Mr. Cham. The question is, who's it going to be? Hey, Charlie, you good boy. My kitty cat. Well, you know what, guys? I will say, we be gaming. I honestly ideally would have started this earlier, but it worked out. But just for my sake, the problem is I wanted to make sure I had time to like eat and stuff, and I didn't really even do the greatest job of that. Getting home from work. Hope you guys are doing good. How's chat? Who's still with me here? Do appreciate you, gamers. Darkblood is. My son, Darkblood. Actual facts. Doing pretty good, you guess? That's cool, Buckstar. I hope you're doing good. And maybe here. You're semi-alive and maybe here. I hope you're doing better than that, Ramasticus. Alright, guys. Anyway, going on to Game 4. Again, it's a best of 5. We could go to Game 5 for the first time out of any of these series. We'll find out. You're not wrong, Darkblood. You are not wrong. My illegitimate love child. Alright, here we are. Anyway. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner. Let me check this out. I need to see what happened. Okay, I got really delayed notifications. The guy was waiting out there for a bit. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Babylon. In the green again. Representing K10 Gaming. Give it up for ForJumy. And keeping the Christmas memes alive. In the red. From CSO Esports, it is Young Yakov. It better be a Game 5 Flood Advisor. It's like, I want to see some Starcraft, and goddammit. Base Flood Advisor. Base Floor Advisor. The story will get old sometimes, but every so often, I'm going to give it some time, but every so often, I'm going to tell chat the story of Pilly and Flood Advisor. And we were both dying laughing. Yum Yakov, exactly. Yeah, it's probably what I sounded like I said from how congested I am and tongue twisted a little bit. But now we're going to have a little bit of fun. Today is going to be a non-ladder day probably because it's like we may hang and do something else after, but I probably should call it after this because it's going to be probably pretty late because we have a whole nother series, which could be over quick. Who knows? We have no idea what's going to happen. We do know it's going to be similar builds from Young Yakov. Young Yakov really wants to get this probe, but is not going to be able to do so. That was just some lost mining time for him. ForJumy, see, look at that. That little bit of time gain for ForJumy, a 200 mineral advantage that early. Fun fact, guys, when you go over, get a little greedy on the probes, you lose a lot of lost mining time. If you do little cute maneuvers like that. Papa needs to shut his eye. You tired, Rigatron? How you doing, buddy? Alright, looking pretty standard out of ForJumy. Probably a Stargate from his pylon placement, and he's not going Warp Gate with an Adept, so that's probably what it's going to be, but is he going to do something cheekier? I don't think so. I think it is going to be Stargate. He's going to scout the drone. We're not seeing fast metabolic because this is late gas. ForJumy not going to get a block. There's drones going in both directions. Actually, yeah, drones going in both directions. Oh, ForJumy gets a block. So, well done by ForJumicus. He gets a blockerino. He has to be careful of this probe. The queen's out, and he did a good job there. denying it or delaying a third when you're not intending to is a Zerg's going to force something either aggressive or just make the Zerg fucking mauled, basically. If you're greedier and can hold on to something a little pushy after, it could be annoying. Still, yeah. As we see with Dark, it's possible to do all sorts of things. And here we go. Here's the aggression. 8 lings more on the way. We got some queens. Metabolic coming. The oracle's coming. In this case, it's one of those times where, like, ForJumy, if you open with a Void Ray, this would be easy pickings for 2 overlords. 100%. Babylon's not the largest map, but still. Oh, you almost got... Imagine if you got that drone, too. Young Yakov would probably insta-GG. We don't want that. We want to see young Yakov do well and give us a series. We've had bangers here. All right. Really good games tonight. Truthfully. And you guys, I even got a few compliments on casting today because I was tryharding earlier on and still am, but now we're having a few. We're going to ease back. It's a work night. And again, guys, please, !OSC. Check out the Online Sports Championship. The folks involved with this event that put this and many others on at OSCesports.com or SC2online.com. Alternatively, let's purge the Zerg. PP. Okay, they had a pause. Because again, this was from replay, but it's the first time it's been shown. Results going to Liquipedia after these, as the games are after the games are cast. Alrighty. That's quite the delayed third base. Young Yakov doing young Yakov things, getting a Baneling Nest. He's getting another gas here. He's got a second gas saturated now. And ForJumy is well in a secure position for his third, so that went pretty well. It's a Queen Walk again to the Oracle. Scout this. Oh, he knows something's up. Wait, he rev tags the rocks. He has some units. He just has a shield battery. The Ling's going to try to pressure their way in. And actually, that can go against ForJumy. He's going to go on the other side and try to get some damage done. There's a queen popping, though. But there's so many queens here. Not a lot of Lings left. And the Lings are trying to hide this so they don't show the queens. It's going to be a Ling Bane bust on 2 fronts. ForJumy doesn't have a shield battery over here. It's misread. He's got gates coming down. The oracles need to come back. Yeah, they need them back home. If he has recall available. He is going to need oracles. And, sentries at the least would be good, but he doesn't have the gas for even a single one. The Banes bust. The Banes bust through. And, oh my god, the probes are going and 11 workers fall, and more to fall yet. 2 gates are depowered, and Lings are everywhere. The Queen's gonna keep the pressure on the front line. It's Lings for days. It's full send from young Yakov yet again. And it's not looking good for Jumy. He needed these oracles back. Stasis wards, I think, would have been the answer. He didn't have a full read of it, though. It looked like a bit of linger pressure. And he's like, I can just warp in some adepts, whatever. We can secure the natural, but that was a very cheeky play from young Yakov with a great hide. ForJumy's lost an unprecedented amount of workers, and he's about to lose his natural. With that said, is he about to lose the game? Oh my god. There's a lot of stalkers. The stalkers ain't that great against Lings. Still, the probes and the stalkers fighting on. ForJumy's trying to hang on for dear life here. 6 more workers fall. It's 31. Well, it's looking like ForJumy's in some rough shape here, to say the least. Young Yakov did drone behind it. Now he's coming for round 2 with a Roach Warren. Another gas coming. He's getting melee. He's getting double Evo. He's pumping out a ton of Lings. Again, he can go in with Banes, too. And the wall's secure. It's not looking good for ForJumy. It's a tournament. You can't fault him for staying. He has a proxy pile. Somewhere in here, he snuck out a proxy pylon. I missed this. Oh, my God. He does have Blink, but against Lings, I don't know. Well, nice play by young Yakov. He forces the Stasis Ward even. The Stasis Ward EOP. But not when it doesn't catch much. Still, Blink Stalker's doing a good job here. Oracle's getting some good harass. And Queen's going down. ForJumy's going to try his best to get something done here. But we got Roaches and more Lings in production. Drone's in trouble, but ForJumy's not able to... He's just going with what he can. He's proxy pyloning it. He has Blink, not charged, and slow zealots warping in because that's all he can afford on his paltry economy, on his pittance of an economy, I should say. The Zerg, young Yakov is kept ForJumy to be a little bit like Oliver Twist right here. He is not just poor, he is P.O.Po. And it looks like not just P.O.Po. He is looking pretty dead. There's no way this wins this at this point, unfortunately. I think we are bringing ourselves to a game 5. ForJumy with his memes. Honestly, I think his harass on the 3rd forced young Yakov to be this aggressive that early, so he kind of brought it on himself from that cheeky play with the pro. But young Yakov, I feel like he's been playing very aggressive builds mostly. All right, ForJumy, in some trouble here. Stalker's taking it. Yeah, looks like you may just get your game 5. Oh my God, he just eats 2 corrosive piles. Not like this. We may just see a game 5 after all. Flood advisor. Looking for it, and oh, it looks like he wanted to. Is he gonna troll with a Bane bust? He is. 100% he is. Well, beautiful stasis ward or not, it's looking rough.
Who wants to have some fun?
Hey, thank you for the raid, Renjin. Welcome everybody. You're about to see the likely decimation of ForJumy as the Banelings come crashing in after the cheese hath cometh. How was your stream? I hope you had a good stream. Renjin. Do appreciate the raid. Alright. Welcome, welcome. We got drones falling. We got all sorts of stuff going down. And the Ling Roach Ravager push of 84 supply against the paltry force from ForJumy is going down with 2 more Banelings coming in. This ain't happening, folks. The Oracles with not much energy left. This is not going to be a hold like the Legacy of the Void video. Banelings come crashing, but here's this massive Zerg army right here. And there it is, folks. I believe that's all, folks. Pretty soon. ForJumy's holding out, giving us a show, but GG is called. Young Yakov takes it. And we have match point. Winner advances to fight Cham. Losers eliminated. And it's still elimination against Cham. So brace yourselves, folks. Starting to get tongue twisted here. Tongue twisted. Been a long day. It already feels like a long week. I've been going non-stop. Overdoing it. All the stuff. And work was a little brutal. Thank God I did not cast ESL on Monday, is all I'm going to say. I would be absolutely dead. I had to take it off. I love doing it. Sometimes I'm not in the mood for it just because Monday, and now that I'm back to work, it could be rough. But we had enough coverage. It was great. Beowulf and Steadfast and Chicken Man and Artosis and the Ducklings and some other people were all casting. So it was a good time. Sometimes you got to do it. What I do need to do is get my stuff fixed so I can cast EPT Asia one Monday. I did part of one once since they changed the time. That's the best I could do. Going lurker mode, muted for bedtime. Good night, buddy. Yeah, true. I agree, Ramasticus. All right, guys. I have a feeling this is going to be a try-hard game. I have a feeling this is going to be a banger of a game. Let's go to game number 5 of ForJumy versus Young Yakov. Let's see who is eliminated. Who is to come forward. And let's go. Is it going to be a ZVP finals or going to be a ZVZ finals? We'll see. We've been getting some of everything lately, honestly, in StarCraft. It's been all right. We just haven't been seeing any Protoss take big tournaments since Hero in Atlanta. All right, anyway, here we go. It's a match point, folks. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Jagannatha.
Hey, who wants to have some fun?
Blood advisor. Thank you for the raid. I don't know what that's about, but anyway, thank you. His opponent... let's redo this, guys. Thank you, buddy. Guys, make sure you give Flood Advisor a follow. And Renjin. All the raids today. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Jagannath, an old map of one that I really liked, honestly. Give it up for K10 Gaming's ForJumy. In the green Protoss pieces, who's going for a Gate Scout. And his opponent in the bottom left. Got a little distracted there. In the red. Give it up for CSO Esports. Young Yakov. Our Zerg player. Bringing us to Game 5 on an old map and the current balance patch. This is what I love about OSC, guys. And again, please check them out. And we see, I even added this mod file, so we even have them on the map. How based is that? Pretty cool stuff, huh? I don't do much, but I try to do what I can when I can. Looking a little more standard this time, I think. I missed the opener for Young Yakov. I'm not entirely sure where we're at. But I think it's looking a little more standard. It could be. Actually, is it? Yeah, pool's finishing at a normal time. The gas hatch is actually normal. I think we may actually have a macro game, folks. ForJumy. What's he up to? He's not went Twilight or anything, and I don't hate it against Young Yakov. So many cannon rushes. Well, my favorite, those of you that are new, if you're not following, by the way, what up, Porgy Forion? This is my favorite map when in the old balance patch for Protoss versus Protoss on this map, and I was in this position. I was playing Zest, and I did a proxy Void Array right here, and I literally almost beat Zest in a Exxon Cup or Psystorm Open. That's in Omega base. Like, literally, it was down to... I needed to get, like, one thing done, and he would have been dead. Which would have been... At the time, Zest was the best Protoss in the world at that point. Max Pax was on his rise, but Zest was still considered to be the best. How you doing, Pori? So anyway, it's match point here on Jagannath. And, yeah. Blood Advisor got his wishes. It's going to be a Stargate opener. We got a Stalker coming, though. What the deuce? ForJumy not going for... This is, again, one of those times. I feel like he's had good luck with his Void Race. Other than that second game on Neo Humanity. He's going to Oracle. I think he's trying to play it a little safer just in case. Got the 2 Adepts and the Stalker. He's trying to get something... Oh, no! Not like this. It's scouted. The Overlord happened to be coming in. So this is a full surround of the Adepts. And boy, does it suck to lose your first 2 Adepts that easily. ForJumy's now... If he's doing it smart, in my opinion, he's not going to send the Oracle across the map. He's going to keep it defensively. He's going to want a 3rd base more than likely, depending on the build. He's getting a Void Ray. Okay, he's going to be defensive. He's not going to rush his 3rd. We'll see what happens. And a nice little double gas follow-up. Stalker putting a little ooh. Ay. Alright, Probius is going to be shut down. There's a lot of links from Young Yakov, and he's going to be fine for macro. ForJumy's going to have a delayed 3rd. Void Ray's forced to fight all these guys rather than chasing the Overlord down. That's a terrifying amount of links for the moment. Another Oracle coming out. The Oracle, oh my god. It got 2 kills, that's it. Let's take a look at what 2 kills it was. It was only Lings, guys. And it took a lot of hull damage, so this game is already off to a rough start for ForJumy. Not gonna lie. What is this pylon? Young Yakov's really gotten into ForJumy's brain, I feel like. ForJumy's supply blocked. If those Lings change position in the NAT, he's in a lot of trouble. Luckily for him, they don't. The Overlord's going in. I'm glad the Void Ray's changing position. We do have another warping of Adepts. Forge, Twilight, and Robo going down. Like some kind of weird bar joke. A Terran, a Zerg, and a Protoss player walk into the bar. I know what you're saying, Zerashi. Alright, so I wasn't reading chat a bit. Been a while since I've seen this map. Can't say that I missed it. I understand what you're saying. I liked it for PvP in the meta. There was other than that, my cheese. There were some cool games on it, but I don't miss PvZ on this map in the old balance patch. In that regard, no. I don't think anybody does. But PvT, TVP was alright. That was more the balance patch than the map. I feel like this is cool because we're on the current balance patch. With the map itself, I think it's fine. I would take this over plenty of the maps we've been playing on, to be honest. I felt a little balanced of the map, but we had the acceleration zones, which could be hit or miss, but I think it added a little bit of character to it. Hey, how you doing, King Stark? Alrighty. Well, one Ling just out for scouting, but it's going to be immediately bodied. Actually pile-drivered. Like it's Hulk Hogan. The Adepts there. ForJumy's feeling like he's mauling, I can tell. As the Zerg player's going through a 4th base. It's at least delayed. The worker count's even, but ForJumy's going to need a 4th pretty soon. He has the money for it. He's teching up. He's going for 6 gas saturation. I don't know why I just said 3, but 3 base with 6 gas saturation. And it looks like he may have lost. No, he didn't lose the other Oracle. Or their Oracle's going out for info. Some intel. It's not a... this is a little different. Young Yakov throwing him a curveball. Glial reconstitution and +1 ranged attacks. ForJumy's going to get a read on this, I think. You should know there's a big push coming. That Lings are part 1 of this. He's going into Psionic Storm. Oh, man, this could be rough because every game's been Lings, cheese, and whatever. And it's always been Lings. But I don't know about Storm against this. No shield battery in the net. It's going to be a little rough. Storm's going to help out now. Charge out Immortal, but it's not finished yet. These High Templar are in trouble. They have the energy. Storm is finished. The Immortals are kind of awkwardly out of place. But the Storms are going to land. They're going to hit some of the Protoss units. That being said, without the battery, these Immortals are in trouble. Do we have another Storm available? Not quite yet. ForJumy should be trying to send these back, trying to desperately make an Archon. Can he hold? I think he does. There's still more Zerg units coming. And of course, there's the Queen Walk. It's young Yakov. The man loves his queens. That being said, oh my god, there's no batteries up. Well, just 2. Another Immortal comes. Imagine if he had the intel to see that it was roaches earlier. There's a lot of link pressure. If ForJumy had disruptors, this would have been instant done. I'm pretty confident. But the Immortals do buy him time. That's still expensive losses. He's going to start losing workers, too. You don't like to see that. And this is a rough attempt at a hold. There's not a lot of roaches. Still young Yakov's droning up behind us and getting another round of roaches. Scary stuff. Actually kind of terrifying. ForJumy loses his entire mineral line in his natural. Still in the game. Unable to take a 4th. And the roaches keep coming in.
Who wants to have some fun?
Alexander Enke, thank you for the raid, sir. And a massive one. Guys, make sure you give it my boy Enke the Mexican caster coverage in Spanish for everybody. Welcome. And Espanol, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. And I hope you had a good stream. What were you casting? Enke is a legend. And he casts KSL every week and helps us. He's part of the KSL cabal. Team KSL Alexander Enke. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, guys. Oh, the GSL qualifiers. Very, very cool, man. I hope it was a lot of fun. And thanks for the follow, Soling VT. Soling, Vermont. Very cool stuff. Sick. All right, we are in... The winner of this is going to go on to fight Cham. This is the OSC mid-season playoffs. Day number 9 for season 1 of 2023. Winner's going to go on to fight Cham. See ya, buddy. Have a good night. Gracias. My man. Thank you, Alexander Enke, for everything you do. And the big raid. Freaking legend. Alright, it's just a Mortal Archon charge lot with some Stormy boys. But it's all like Roach Wrap. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, not bad micro after all, but the Roaches are making their way in. There's no Blink, there's no Stalkers. I like the 4th base position from our Protoss player. We'll see what happens from here. Big Daddy Immortal putting some pressure on. Stabby boys doing the stab, but they're going to get cleaned up. And it's just relentless pressure. And young Yakov macroing behind this. ForJumy finally trying to get some value over here, but he's got to worry about cleaning up these Roaches. He's losing workers left and right. He managed to get this 4th base, but he's not able to secure an economy. He's losing more and more. Can ForJumy do it? Zealot's finally getting some work over here, but it's just 2 drones forcing the army back. He's just trying to buy himself an inch. Our Zerg player's been taking a mile over here, going into a hive, and he has gone into melee. So it's +2 range attacks, now going into +1 melee. And we do have the Baneling Nest. That said centrifugal hooks as well. So Banebuster now coming. I think he knows what's up in regards to this base. Oh no, the stasis boards are seen. Oh, beautiful play from young Yakov. He is just too smart. I don't know if he saw it all. He poked out at just the right time, but a very smart move. And again, another Queen Walk. Just when you think you saw enough Queen Walks, not enough at all. What's the Immortal count? It is 4, and it looks like 4 have fallen. So that is an expensive trade. Sorry for the shitty obs work, guys. I had to just check on something. But yeah, this is wild. Then the Roach run-bys have been sick from young Yakov. ForJumy was baited this game. And a smart play. It is a tournament. You like to see that stuff. Pylon trying to hold here. There's a photon cannon trying to come. Our oracles are forced to try to fight Roaches. Can he hold? It's a very one Pylon situation here. All right, the Queens are kind of struggling over here. 16 workers fell in the process of this, but the Nexus holding is actually keeping them in the game. ForJumy has some eyes on this, but now we're going into Vipers with it. Roach Viper and 3 Queens waddling over here. Wait, is the Observer going to see this? Oh, God, that's going to be damn funny if he does. ForJumy is still on charge and +2. He needs to get +3. Okay, he is. He's reading my mind, but he's going to need, in my eyes, he's going to need Disruptors, too. I like that he has the Storm and High Templars now with these Vipers coming out. We're not into Lurker Tech just yet. The Hydra Den just finished up. It's going into Muscular Augments. Young Yakov and an insanely terrifying economy. If we look here, the income advantage has been there the whole time, and he's kept pressure on. He's been playing like a madman. I mean, ForJumy had some good holds, but I can honestly tell you it felt a little build order counterish, more like he got in his head. Yeah, he could go for a big push right now, but he doesn't have, in my eyes, he doesn't have the tools. He needs, like, you needed Disruptors or something. He's going Fleet Beacon. That's a bold play, because it takes forever for carriers to come out. I mean, the transition could be good. It's going to be Lurkers. If there's no Spire at the timing, it could be alright. Zealot's going to force a cancel on a hatch. It's alright, I guess, but young Yakov's just taking him to the poorhouse here this game. Nice Roach run-bys all freaking game. The Ling aggression, everything is just not worked out so well for ForJumy. He does manage to get a unit in the wall, and he is going to be able to, you know, chase down this army. I like the stasis ward behind that, too. Cause the Zerg to be really trapped in that position. That one's not an easy one to dodge per se, but you can usually hit a Ling in at times. Oh, Juicy Storms gonna connect on the Ravagers and some of the Ling Bane. That said, a massive Ling flood coming into the 4th base of ForJumy, who just now managed to eke some workers out. Baneling's coming behind it though. ForJumy can't multitask this much. He's got an army on the other side. Is he gonna save some of the probes though? It looks like he will. He's going to recall Archons. Still, he cleaned it up already. It was a safe play. And he did save a lot of the probes, truthfully. It's not too bad. Wasn't able to wall off in time, and that's, you know, that's about as good as he could have done, truthfully. His army supply is looking pretty good. Let's look at the trades. He's trading all right, but it's just, again, no economic damage really to the Zerg. However, the carrier transition, I was kind of like, well, I'm not so sure about it, guys. He's going into +1 air weapons, and it is Lurkers. We don't have a Robo Bay. I kind of personally am a fan of Disruptors. But at the fact that there's Vipers out, ForJumy's been kept at his side of the map. Other than the canceling the one hatch, he is going to put pressure over here. This isn't going to stop young Yakov from trading out some roaches. Roaches are going to certainly stop this. ForJumy is going to try to take out this hatch. He's not going to have enough DPS to do so. He does have +3 ground weapons, but still. Our Zerg player going on +3 range attacks lurkers. Oh my god. And is going to have seismic spines. This is actually terrifying. Here come the lurkers. Here come the Vipers. Stasis Warden Revtag is going to see some of this. And we got High Templars. These are full as fuck energy Vipers, guys. This is actually pretty crazy stuff. Alright, with that said, it's looking a little rough here. The High Templar can't really come up the wall of the... Oh, actually, this gave him some high ground, allowed some storms, and that looks like a feedback, maybe. We do have an observer with this army, and ForJumy cleans it up. The carriers could be a sucker punch. The roaches are over here. War Prism coming in as well. ForJumy might actually be able to find some grounding. If our Zerg player commits and doesn't see that there's Sky Toss, he knows there's oracles. This could go pretty well for it. Yeah, he's just hiding the carriers, or trying to. So ForJumy's actually doing pretty well right here, to say the least. He's stuck on his 4-base econ, but he's held it together. He's lost probes enough. He is going to need to try to secure another base. Would probably prefer it on his side of the map, but still, or not his side of the map, like over here, triangle third, if you will. That said, a Zealot, a little drop over here is going to be pretty good for him. He's got to be careful. There's no Hydras with this. There is a Spire going down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. ForJumy's going to have to be careful for Corruptors. Young Yakov has a bank. He's maxed right now, but it isn't going to take too long for Corruptors to get in. That said, he's keeping that carrier production up, going to the +2 air weapons, and he's done a great job as it stood with just what he has against the lurkers and such. Baneling's coming and crashing into the Archons, but he has to be careful because of all this. There is no detection right here, so the Arc... Oh, actually, he did get a couple hits out of the lurker. Baneling's coming and crashing in, but the Stasis Ward saves the day. ForJumy is going to be able to secure this for a moment. Has to be careful here. It's just a few rando Hydras. The Corruptor's going to come in clutch with all of this. But still, this is a pretty damaged Zerg army. Carriers have had to show their face. He needs to clean this up. ForJumy does lose some production there. Loses the wall, but the Banelings are going to come down soon. And ForJumy is going to lose a lot of probes. Or actually, nice. He can pre-split a little more. He could have saved some more, but still, it's a lot to deal with as this game's been going on. He's taking a beating. Down to 44 probes. How unfortunate for ForJumicus. That said, he does have some over here. He managed to save some time. There's a massive Ling Flood coming in, though. It's going to deny this base. ForJumy can't get there fast enough. And let's take a look at his army comp. It's 5 carriers, 5 Immortals, 3 Archons, 4 High Templar, and 2 Oracles. That is it. The Lings are going to make their way in. And I don't know if Roach is coming in with this. It's looking very scary for ForJumy. Doesn't even have a Storm available on that High Templar. Luckily, there's not much mining in here. The 8 workers go down. He could use them to mine elsewhere, but at the end of the day, he's got to fight with what he's got. The shield's going down. That forge going down is rough. Oh, man. Air weapons. Well, air weapons +2 finishing is going to be nice for him. But the Corruptors and Hydras coming out, it's going to be scary. ForJumy just doesn't quite have the numbers he could use. If he had more money and could muster up some good tech, he'd be all right. He lost power to one of the Stargates. If he keeps up some more production of any kind, I wouldn't hate it. Burrowed fucking Lings. Oh, my God. This is crazy. What's vision? You wanted to see ForJumy's vision. Yeah, this is his vision. He did make his way across the map. So ForJumy did see a lot before. Yeah, but it took him a long time to get there. He did get pressure on, but he was just kept back earlier in the game, and he got kind of debated. Is the long and the short. Well, there's 2 stasis wards going to try to protect this. Oracles have some energy. ForJumy's got to get magic done if he wants to win this, because now there's a spine spore forest and everything else starting to form. It's looking kind of scary. It's a lot of lurkers still. It's the Vipers, it's the spores, it's the rest of it. And the Corruptors. Actually, yeah, it's a damn lot of Corruptors. ForJumy's gonna see the Corruptors. Storms up. We need storms and feedbacks. Yeah, he didn't land the storms. If he gets the Corruptors clumped up in some juicy storms, same as the Hydras, he has a shot, because then after it's a matter of killing the lurkers, it's keeping the carriers alive, ultimately. It's getting rid of all that and killing the carriers, but it's not that easy. Archons are a little away from this. Parabombs drop. Corruptor's hopping on top of this, and unfortunately, in his 6th series, it ain't looking good for ForJumy. I think he's on a little bit of copium right now. You can't blame him. The poor guy, it did well. He got jebaited. He's been cheesed. He's been bullied. He still brought us to game 5, but I think this is just it. There's no coming back from this. We even have one random ling to be the final bully. It's like the final boss ling. It's like you get through this whole crazy game. You've been fighting your ass off. And instead of like Bowser or like Ganon or some shit, you have this fucking one burrowed ling. He's the final boss. And it's all going to end up pretty crazy. I don't know. Yeah, it's the last desperation assault of zealots. And that's it. Be it. Poor ForJumy. You can't blame him. He played a really good series. It's sad. But now we're into a ZVZ finals. They're going to go on for a bit. We'll let it play how we have to. But at the end of the day, it looks like we got young Yakov versus Cham. This army just does not beat that army. GG, well played is called.